Hello viewers, Super GT here. So this is sort of an update video on my general situation. I can't talk properly because of my braces, sorry. But my general situation, what's going on, which team am I in, which team am I not in, and what can you expect to see on the channel in the near future. So, you can probably tell by the title, I'm leaving F4H Motorsport, and this comes after quite a few months of sort of speculation because a lot of people were asking in the last couple of months, are you going to be joining Lazarus? Because if it's the right way to say it, F4H Motorsport got incorporated into the Lazarus eSports team, and a lot of the members from F4H Motorsport were taken on at Lazarus. So people are asking me, is it going to happen to me as well? Am I going to go over? Now, we did have talks. I did have talks with Lazarus, but nothing really came of it. Nothing really happened. So I'm not going to be joining Lazarus. That's not going to be happening. Instead, and this is going to sound very, very strange, and I don't even quite know how to word this, but I'm going to be joining F4H Racing. So essentially, I'm leaving F4H and joining F4H. Yeah, how does that work? Okay, let me try and explain, because this is quite a weird situation. So when F4H Motorsport got incorporated into Lazarus, not all of the players were taken on, of course. There are lots of iRacing players in F4H Motorsport, and they have formed F4H Racing. There was a dispute over the ownership of the F4H name. I don't know completely the ins and outs of that. I don't really do politics, to be honest. So whatever happened, I don't know. But essentially now you have F4H Racing, which is an iRacing team, and you have Lazarus, which has taken over the F4H Motorsport team, which is mainly Forza and Gran Turismo Sport. So yes, I'm going to be joining an iRacing team. So iRacing is going to be returning to the channel, and that is something that I think a lot of people have been looking forward to. I do get that question pretty much every video, when are you going to go back to iRacing? And the time is now, roughly, but I can go into that in a little bit more detail later in the video. So why didn't I join Lazarus? We did have talks, but I think for me, there's kind of two things at play. One is, as a content creator, that is always going to factor into any talk about me joining a team. It's always going to come down to my YouTube channel, because that is a massive factor these days. If I can draw in however many views, that's always going to factor into any talks I have with any team. And I've had talks with a couple of teams. They've wanted me to join them, but it's always about how can we use your YouTube channel? How can we get your YouTube channel to get more views and sponsorship? And that's not really what I wanted. I wanted just to race. I wanted to join as a player, not as a content creator. My YouTube channel, I feel, is my own thing. I don't want to hand it over. I don't want anyone else to have any say in what I do on my channel. So in that sense, I want to join any team always as a player. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing at F4H Racing. My main aim really is to get better at iRacing and make videos on it. Now, the second thing at play really is that Lazarus is more of a Forza and Gran Turismo Sport eSport team. Now, that sounds perfect for me because those are the games that I play. But in terms of getting into the eSports of those two games, you have to put in so much time. And I feel as though I probably could qualify for a world final at Gran Turismo Sport or at Forza, one or the other. Going to be hard to do both. But as a YouTube content creator, YouTuber, whatever you want to call it, it's very difficult for time. I just don't really have the time to make videos and put the time in to get really good at one of the games or both of them. It's really, really hard. So I'm more than happy just to be on my own in terms of Gran Turismo Sport and Forza, just give it my best shot and just see what I can do and make the content. That's the main priority with those two games. But when it comes to iRacing, this is my new sort of challenge. And I never really properly got into iRacing, mainly because of I feel as though iRacing is one of those things where you need a lot of people around you. You can't kind of do it on your own. I feel as though Forza and Gran Turismo Sport, I can get good at those on my own just by working out what's good. But with iRacing, you need to have a lot of people around you because of all the setup work, the team events, and also just knowing all the different. There's just so many things that go into iRacing, so many different cars, so many different tracks, and just to try to learn all of that on your own is really, really difficult. So that's why I never really tackled iRacing. before so much. I did a little bit, but not too much. But I feel as though now joining a team, being part of a team with very good players, F4H Racing has very good players, and a lot of players who have gone on a familiar sort of trajectory, you could say. So some F4H Eggy, for example, he was a Forza player. I was racing with him at F4H Motorsport 2 years ago at Le Mans, and he's gone over, made the transition to iRacing, and he's very good now at that. So that's the kind of thing I would like to do. So just to follow in those kind of footsteps, get good at iRacing, have a good team of people around me who can help me up, and make the videos on that. So the eventual goal maybe is just to make good videos, get better at iRacing, and to hopefully compete in the 6 hours, the 12 hours, 24-hour events, and make good videos, live streams on that. So that doesn't really change too much right now. It's not as though I'm just going to drop Gran Turismo and drop Forza. I'm still going to continue to play those as I was. It's not really going to change a huge amount, but slowly I'm going to make that transition over to iRacing while still playing Gran Turismo, while still playing Forza. So you don't have to worry, those are still going to be on. But I feel as though joining a team was the main thing I had to do before I really got into iRacing. So that's the main reason I was really slow to get properly into iRacing. So hopefully that clears that up. It's all a bit of a weird situation, to be honest, and it kind of signals a bit of a change because I've been part of a Forza or Gran Turismo team for a while now. I've been part of F4H since April 2017, so more than 2 years I've been part of F4H Motorsport. Didn't get taken on at Lazarus, which is fair enough because I'm not a top end Forza or Gran Turismo Sport player. You know, I'm not angry about that at all. But it didn't bother me anyway because I think the focus was on the content really. And as good as Gran Turismo and Forza 7 have been for me, I think you do need to kind of mix up a little bit. And lots of people were crying out for iRacing. So I think it's perhaps good timing to move on a little bit and try out a new challenge. So if you want to follow F4H Racing, it's linked in the description. Quite a small team of very good, talented players, plus myself. I mean, I'm not that great at iRacing just yet, but hopefully one day, hopefully within 6 months, within a year, I can be up to a good standard. Hopefully on, let's say, 3,000 iRating. That's a good aim, maybe within 6 months, a year's time. But as for the series that I'm going to race, I really don't know yet. I said that I'd like to do the endurance races, so the 6 hours, the 12 hours, the 24 hours. I do like the idea of GT racing, so that is probably going to be a focus, but I'm still not 100% sure. I'm still open to the idea of doing, Formula Renault, LMP1s. I don't know. We'll have a look. I'm really not all that sure what I'm going to do exactly on iRacing. And at the moment, my foot is still in the shadow realm. I've still got this pretty bad foot injury, which I'm still waiting to have news about. And at the moment, I can't really even use my sim anyway. So I'm not going to get... It's not like it's going to be iRacing videos 24/7. It's still going to take a bit of time for that transition to be made. But I feel as though this video had to be made just to make everything very clear. So really, it's just continue as we were. Things won't change too much. There hasn't been too much Gran Turismo, again, because of my foot. I can't get on the sim too much without making my foot even worse. I can use painkillers, but it's just going to prolong the injury, which is really, it's just frustrating, really. Just really annoying. So that's why there's been a couple more Forza videos recently. But the karting videos, that's gone really well, actually. I've made 4 videos on this channel, and as of today, the 12th of June, they've got 700,000 views between 4 videos. That's a very good average. So I'm very happy with the karting. That's going to continue. I think that's something that people have liked to see and will continue to like to see. So I will continue with that. That's going to absolutely stay on the channel. But please do let me know your thoughts, basically. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that's going on. Hopefully this video just clears it all up a little bit and just lets you know exactly what's going to be going on. And ultimately, I'm happy to be part of F4H Racing. I'm happy to be part of a very good team where the main focus is just on becoming better as a racer on iRacing. That is the number one focus. It's not on content creation. They're not interested in too much in that. It's just about helping me just to get better and becoming part of a good racing team. That's essentially the gist of it. But that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your questions. Have a nice day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.